Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into Celebration Bar Review.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they help people prep for the bar exam.
Okay.
And we've got a ton of testimonials from students, info on the founder,
Mm.
and details about how they do things, their approach.
I see, I see.
So it really makes you wonder, what helps people pass this exam,
Yeah.
especially people who've struggled before?
Especially those who've struggled before, right? Yeah, you know what jumps out to me is how many people say they passed on the first try with this company.
Really?
It's amazing when you think about how hard the bar is.
Yeah.
Like, it's a beast of an exam.
Yeah.
And it's not just one state. We're talking California, Florida,
Wow.
Georgia, Texas, the UBE, you name it.
So their method is pretty broadly applicable then.
Seems like it, yeah.
That's really interesting. And I notice a lot of these people passed after failing multiple times using other methods.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be frustrating.
So, what was different about Celebration Bar Review? Why did it work for them when other things didn't?
Right. Like what clicked? That's a great question. And it kind of leads us to the founder, Jackson Moomey.
Okay.
He's been doing this for over 30 years, coached thousands of students.
Wow.
They even call him the bar whisperer. So,
The bar whisperer.
yeah, like he has this deep understanding of the exam.
I love that. So it's not just a title, he's actually still involved.
Oh, yeah, he still creates content, mentors students.
Wow, so different from those giant companies that just feel like, factories.
Totally. That personal touch is key to their approach, I think.
Okay, interesting.
They really focus on repeat takers and non-traditional students.
So not your typical law school grad right out of school.
Exactly. They recognize that one size doesn't fit all, which I think is why those traditional methods fail so many people.
Makes sense.
So this is where it gets really interesting. Celebration Bar Review, they use some really innovative techniques, things like photo reading, paraliminals, selective intuition.
Wow, those are some buzzwords.
Right. They've even got audio meditation, and they're starting to use AI.
Wow. Before we get lost in all that, can we talk about, what's at the core of it all?
Sure.
How is their approach fundamentally different?
Well, they really emphasize factual analysis.
Okay.
Like, you need to actually understand the law, not just memorize it.
Right, which is what a lot of courses do.
Exactly. And they don't just throw the material at you and say, good luck. They have personal mentoring, weekly emails and videos. They're even available for calls and emails.
Wow. So it's very hands-on and supportive.
Very much so, which, when you think about why traditional methods fail so many people,
Yeah.
it's not just about knowing the law, it's about applying it under all that pressure.
Right.
So Celebration Bar Review is tackling both sides of that, the knowledge and the mindset.
So they're dealing with the content and the emotional side of things, which is interesting. But what about their actual results?
Right.
How do their students actually do? Passing the bar is the goal, after all.
Well, here's the thing. You won't find them bragging about pass rates like some other companies.
Really? That's interesting. So how do they measure success then?
Well, I think that's where we need to dig a little deeper.
Okay, so we've kind of laid out the basics here, who they are, what they do, and why they do it this way.
Right.
Now let's get into the heart of it, the stories of the students themselves.
Yeah, let's see what their experiences can teach us.
Exactly.
Okay, sounds good. It's interesting. These testimonials, they don't just say, I passed.
Right.
They really get into the whole emotional roller coaster of studying for the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And how Celebration Bar Review really gave them the support to get through it all.
Yeah, for sure. It's more than just knowing the material.
Exactly.
Like Michelle Kim, she talks about how she just lost all her confidence after failing the first time.
Oh, wow.
And Celebration Bar Review helps her believe in herself again,
Yeah.
Not just teaching her the law, but helping her believe she could actually do it.
That's huge.
It is. She finally achieved her dream of practicing law after 13 years.
That's amazing. 13 years.
I know, it's incredible, right?
It really shows how they get that the bar is a mental game too, not just an intellectual one.
Yeah, totally.
That support system, the personalized guidance, that can be a game changer, especially for people who have struggled before.
For sure. And it's not just Michelle's story.
Right.
John Marchione, he's a busy professional in Manhattan, 2 young kids, and he passed 3 bar exams.
Oh, 3.
I know. Florida, New York, and New Jersey. All with Celebration Bar Review.
That's impressive.
He specifically mentions Jackson's lectures, says his voice is so soothing and his insights into the exam are just unmatched.
So it helped him stay calm amidst all the chaos of life.
Exactly. And that really speaks to their tailored approach, right?
Absolutely.
They understand that everyone's coming from a different place,
Yeah.
whether it's past failures, family responsibilities, or just feeling overwhelmed by the sheer amount of material.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is. I mean, Virginia Marsh even said she would have recommended the course even if she hadn't passed.
Really?
Yeah, that says a lot about the value they provide.
It does. It really does. Okay, so let's talk about some of those techniques like photo reading and paraliminals.
Okay.
I mean, they sound a bit out there to some people,
Yeah, a little bit.
but there's actually a growing body of research on accelerated learning and how our brains work, so.
Break it down for us. What are they all about?
Okay, so photo reading is the speed reading technique,
Okay.
and it claims to let you absorb information way faster than traditional reading.
Wow.
It uses altered states of consciousness to kind of bypass your conscious mind and access the subconscious.
So you're tapping into a different way of learning.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like hacking your brain's processing power.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then paraliminals, those are audio recordings
Mm-hmm.
that use specific frequencies and layered messaging to influence your subconscious.
Like subliminal messaging.
Kind of, but more targeted. They're designed to help you overcome limiting beliefs, boost your confidence, even enhance memory and focus.
So they're working on multiple levels, the conscious and the subconscious.
Exactly. And then there's selective intuition, which is about developing your intuition.
Your intuition. For the bar exam.
Yeah, so you can quickly figure out what information is most relevant and make better decisions.
Interesting. So it's not just about knowing everything. It's about knowing what matters most.
Exactly. The bar exam isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing what to apply and when.
So it's about working smarter, not just harder.
Right. And all these techniques, plus the mentoring and the community, it creates this learning environment that really supports the whole person.
I love that.
The whole person, not just their intellectual capacity.
Okay, so we've talked about the testimonials, the unconventional techniques. Now let's get back to the pass rates.
Right.
Celebration Bar Review doesn't advertise specific pass rates, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah. Well, pass rates can be really misleading in this industry, you know? There are so many variables.
Yeah, I could see that.
And some companies might manipulate the data to make themselves look better.
Oh, so like cherry-picking data or only including certain students.
Exactly. And it's often hard to verify those claims.
Makes sense.
So I think Celebration Bar Review not engaging in that, it shows they're committed to transparency.
Yeah.
They're not playing the numbers game. They're letting the results speak for themselves through the students' experiences.
It's refreshing.
It is.
They're saying trust us because of the real impact we have, not because of some statistic.
Yeah, it's about building trust, not hype.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've explored a lot here, the testimonials, the techniques, their stance on pass rates.
We have.
What stands out to you the most about Celebration Bar Review? What sets them apart?
You know, it's their focus on holistic learning that really impresses me.
Yeah.
They get that the bar exam isn't just about memorizing laws. It's about confidence, managing stress, and like really understanding how to apply the law, you know?
For sure.
It's something you don't see in a lot of those traditional bar prep courses.
Yeah, they just focus on throwing information at you.
Exactly.
They're saying, we're not just trying to get you to pass a test, we're trying to help you become a successful lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. And you see that in the testimonials, too. People are
Right.
saying Celebration Bar Review helped them develop the skills and mindset they need to actually succeed in their careers.
It's not just checking a box, it's empowering people.
Exactly.
And that brings us back to those techniques. Photo reading, paraliminals, selective intuition.
guess.
They're unusual, but they seem to really help people learn and handle the pressure of studying for the bar.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's about finding what works best for each person, not forcing everyone into the same mold.
Absolutely.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Celebration Bar Review, I want to leave everyone with a question.
Okay.
Imagine you're about to take the bar exam, or any big test, really. What kind of support would make you feel confident? What approach would help you succeed?
That's a great question to think about. Everyone learns differently.
Exactly.
You know, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What kind of environment do you need to really thrive?
It's about finding the right fit for you.
Exactly.
So if Celebration Bar Review sounds interesting to you,
Yeah.
check out their website. They have tons of information about their approach, testimonials, and resources.
You might discover exactly what you need to succeed.
Until next time, keep diving deep.